But anyway, so make sure you guys have your pencils and paper ready because this may not be posted on atomicwellness.com. I mean, on the Facebook site. So anyway, let's get started. We're starting a little bit late. So we're going to go through this really quickly so we can hear what Lorene has to say. But the way we start these calls is to open it up for wins for the week. So we really like to hear what you guys are doing to build your business out there. So go ahead. If you've got something, just unmute yourself in the lower left-hand corner of your screen and tell us what your win for the week has been.
Hey, Cindy, how are you?
Hey, who's that?
Lynn.
Lynn. Hey, Lynn, tell us about your win.
I met a gentleman, Shaper, 6 or 8 months ago. He's a neuro-optometrist. And through the course of our friendship and our relationship, he invited me to go to a Neuro-Optometry Rehabilitation Association convention that happened to be in Phoenix. And I debated, in fact, I waited till the day before to actually sign up for it. It was this past Saturday. I met so many open-minded optometrists from all over the country, all over Canada. I have at least 8 to talk to, and I'm so thrilled. So people who you don't even think and things you never thought you'd attend, you just have to put yourself out there. It was
fantastic. And if you can say that, then you qualify to go because that's a mouthful. Fantastic. Great. Yeah. You have to open your world. I've been taking people off Facebook today because you only can have 5,000 people. So I've just been eliminating people like crazy so that I can add more people that I don't know yet because there's so many people that we don't know out there. So, and Lorene's going to get into a little bit more about that a little bit later. But who else has a win for the week? Thank you, Lynn.
Cindy, it's Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, what's up with you? What's your win for the week?
So I had a customer who has been using a CF for about 2 months, and she has been in a wheelchair. She has great health until she got into 2 car accidents. And she called me up. It was 8:30 Friday night, and I will never do this again. But I was like, oh gosh, it's 8:30. But I answered the phone, and she was talking to me and just rattling on and telling me about how she was sharing. And I was like, oh, no, make sure you do this. And I'm going to tell you what she said stopped me in my tracks. And she said, for 2.5 years, I've been just riding my wheelchair up and down the street. My neighbors see me 2.5 years back and forth in my wheelchair. And today my neighbor stopped me and said, what's up? Because I was walking down the street. I hear these stories all the time, but when it's somebody that you shared it with that has this, that was a game changer for me. Like, how can you not tell everybody about this?
Absolutely. Good for you, Jackie. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Yeah, that's huge. And the thing is, just when you're about to chicken out and not make a phone call or not go to that event that Lynn was talking about, just think about the people who are going to be suffering because you chickened out. So we just can't shrink. We got to stand tall. We got to be brave, and we just got to follow our gut and sometimes do those things that you said you didn't want to answer the phone at 8:30 at night, but you did it anyway. And aren't you glad you did? So good for you. All right, one more. Who else has a win for the week?
Hi, Cindy. This is Barbara from Indianapolis.
Hey, Barbara.
Hi. I just wanted to share that we finally cracked open the Indianapolis market, and I'm committed to doing 1 meeting a week in Indianapolis North. We're doing a circuit we started west, we're going north this week, then east and south, and we're just going to keep going in a circle. And then because of that, I found out there was a new group in Indianapolis, and they actually have a meeting on Saturday. So we get to roll our people into that also. So
good for you. And you might want to reach out to Jim Dragon. He's in Jerry White's group, and I think he's got an organization down there in Indianapolis. Yeah.
I'm part of
Okay, there you go. Good. And I think David Duba, who's not really active, but he's in Tammy Gates' group, Chuck and Tammy Gates' group. He's in Indianapolis as well.
I don't know that.
So good for you. And I think when you take a leadership role like that and start to initiate events, you'll be identified as a leader. You're going to get a lot more attention from the leaders because people are watching your actions and not just listening to the words. And when you are performing leadership action, there's going to be all kinds of magical things that happen to you. So congratulations, Barbara.
Well, thank you. And I also fired my boss on Friday night.
Yay! Good for you. Good for you. Freedom. No more slavery. Good for you. All right. Well, listen, we don't want to get into Lorene's time. She's gotten some incredible information to share with us all. I wish we could record this, but you know what? The universe doesn't want us to. So we're just going to have a very private chat. Please sharpen your pencils and get out a clean piece of paper because she's full of wisdom. So Lorene, over to you.
Oh, thanks so much, Cindy, for having me on today, and I'm happy to share this with you. So over the last couple of months, been on calls, plugging into this one and to that webinar, there's a common theme that I hear, and it's all about, I'd love to do a little bit more on social media. I wish I knew what to do, what to say. Should I do Facebook or should I do LinkedIn, all those sort of things? So I'm going to share with you what I've done and I have great success with. So I'm going to share my screen to begin with so that you can probably take some notes. Okay, the first thing is, why social media? Well, for me, I can reach more people faster than quicker and a lot more. And I love it. I can do it anywhere, anytime, wait in the queue, when I'm at someone's house or anywhere. I can message, I can reach out to people, I can answer questions, I can do lots of different things. So why social media? First of all, 3.1 billion use it globally. Social media is now the top internet activity. Facebook is the third biggest population in the world, and more people own a mobile device than a toothbrush, and 93% of shoppers buy online. So I'm going to talk about, obviously, Facebook and Messenger, and also I love LinkedIn. And I'm just going to talk about some simple steps that you can start off to do and start using today. And the first thing is I'm talking about your personal page, not a business page. And you want to build a banner, a profile that has your face on it, that has your brand, that has your interest on there. People want to know who you are. We don't want to hide behind social media. So if you've got a picture of your dog, or if you've got a picture of your cat or whatever it may be, I highly recommend probably have them in your photo somewhere, but people want to see you. People want to see your energy. So if you send me a friend request, the first thing I'm going to go and do is go and see who you're about. Who are you? And if you have all ASEA products and all ASEA all over your page, it's not going to pique my interest. If anything, it probably build resistance. Okay, so I don't have anything on my ASEA on the page. Very occasionally, yes, I have the events. Yes, I have things I'm going to, the travel, the incentive trips. I have all that, but that piques interest. People are going, what are you doing? Where are you going? How can you go there? You're on another holiday? And that way it starts conversation. And I tell them what I do, and they see me in front of groups of people, and I'm empowering people, I'm making a difference. But the ASEA is all behind that. Okay, so that's really, really important. Now, I'm talking about for the masses here. So I'm not talking about the 1%. And the 1% is like a Dan Doyle who, you know, double, triple ambassador diamond up there. He can plaster ASEA all over his website. That's a different market I'm talking about. I'm talking about for you and me who are still building our business, who want to get new connections. Maybe you've exhausted your friends list and you want to get new customers and new business builders. Okay, let's start with our existing friends on Facebook, which was really, really quite interesting what Cindy said. She's been going through her friends and starting to delete them because you only have 5,000 friends, right? So how many of those 5,000 friends are actually social with you? How many actually comment on your posts, like your posts? Actually, have you ever had a communication with them? So I'd suggest go to your friends list and start going to all the people that you know that are not with ASEA. Go to their profile page and start liking their post, start commenting on their post, then move it to Messenger and then send them a message. Say, hey, Tom, just reaching out as I realise we have been friends here on Facebook for a while, but never actually connected. I would like to know more about you and what you do. And you might just ask them a question. How's 2019 been for you so far? Or you may see something on their post that you like. You might say, wow, you've got 4 kids. That's incredible. I've got 2 kids. You might just start some sort of conversation to start to get them going. So the top tip here, always ask a question to get the conversation moving. If they see the message and don't reply back, try messaging again. If still nothing, delete. All right, we've only got so much room for so many friends. You want to find people that are going to be interact with you. You're better off having 1,000 friends who are supportive and are into you and support what you say, liking and so forth, than having 4,000 people that have nothing to do with you. And also you want to make sure that they're active on social media. So if you go to someone's profile and you see the last time they've been active is back in 2016, they're probably not going to see never your posts or anything like that. So I would probably remove that person. Okay, that's really important as well. Now, when you like, just don't do the thumbs up. Send a love heart, send a wow, send an emoji. Be fun. Facebook love that. And the more that you do that, the more that you'll get rewarded for that, and the more that your algorithm will be seen. And it's really important on Facebook and LinkedIn to be consistent. So just 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunchtime, 10 minutes at night, go through posts, have a look at people that you may want to connect with. Post things yourself about your lifestyle, about what you're up to, fun things. They love family things, health, wellness, whatever it may be. Whatever you're passionate about, share it. Okay, what to say? So if someone comes back to you and says, 2019's been fantastic, these are just some ideas here what to cover. Now, you're not going to do it, have you got a family? What's your occupation? What's your recreation? What are your dreams? This just have a normal conversation. So you might find something in their post that you like. I see you've got 2 kids. I've got 2 girls. My girls are 12 and 14. And just start the conversation like that. And whatever the conversation is, what you're trying to find out is what hurts them. What's their why? They may come back and say 2019 hasn't been a great year. I've lost my job. My mother passed away. I've fallen really ill. It could be lots of different reasons. And you've got to take all these notes, because that gives you a little bit of an avenue, a little bit of a break to ask the next question, as in kids and so forth. Ask about location. Whereabouts are you in the world right now? I see you some great photos that will take you to Malta and Rome. I'm heading to Rome next year. Just anything to try and get some conversation going. And then ask the question by messenger. And these are just some ideas that you can say. There are a lot of different ones, but these are some of the things that I've been saying or asking and get great response with. Hey, Tom, just curious, would you be open to checking out this information on how you could relieve that pain, have more time freedom, generate more income, whatever that you found out in those questions, you're going to put it there.
And Lorraine,
and this is the
before
key.
You go forward, there's somebody eating their dinner or something. Can you everybody make sure that they're muted in the lower left-hand corner? There's somebody with silverware. Thanks, Jack. Go ahead, Lorraine.
Okay. This is the key, this last sentence. No worries if not, I just thought I would ask, and a smiley face emoji. Hey, Tom, just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on a side hustle I'm working on? I think you'd be great. I love your energy. I love your vitality. I love your post. No worries if not, I thought I would just ask. Or you might say, hey, Cindy, just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on how to generate additional income if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. And that's going to start some conversation, okay? I have great success with these. It's not a hit sell. It's not over the top. It's sort of a soft approach. But it's still really important that you take it offline as soon as you can. So what I mean by that, you don't want to hide behind social media. You just don't want to send out hundreds of links. Try and get on the phone. See if they want to get onto a Zoom, onto a Skype. It's all about filtering. Let's say who's serious about wanting to know more, that wants to see maybe a great opportunity, or who wants to see something that could change their lives, that's their health and their wellness, whatever it may be. Take it off. Use 3-way phone calls, messenger with an expert. And this is what I say to them. Hey, Tom, great news. If I could look at locking in 15 minutes tomorrow or a time that suits you, just let me know and I'll make it work and we can have a chat. So I set it up for them. And it's there where I'll set up and have a chat, talk a little bit, so I can feel their energy, they can feel my passion, my energy, and then sometimes I'll sit there, watch the video with them or the link, or maybe I'll send the link when I get off to them, but I make sure that I set up a follow-up time. Okay, really important thing here, again, what Cindy and I said a little bit earlier, note, if you have more than 20% of your friends listed filled with people from the company as you, Facebook will see this And then all your posts and all your feeds that come on Facebook will just be a seer, 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 a seer. It's great to have that information. It's great to be part of those groups, but to build your business, you need to go outside that. Maybe join groups that you love. Maybe women over 50, health and wellness. It may be a football team or a soccer team that you've like, maybe a dog group or dog training group, whatever it may be. Join groups, get to know the moderators and the admins, start interacting with people in those groups. Great way to find new people. Okay, what if I don't get a reply? And this is what I love about LinkedIn and Messenger. You can see if the person's seen the message. And we all know if people don't respond to a message or a text message or LinkedIn, it's kind of a little bit rude. You're just filtering. You just want an answer, right? So I will go back to them maybe in a day or two and I'll say, hey, Tom, I noticed you haven't replied to my last message. Just wanted to touch base and ask if it's because you're too busy, aren't interested, which is totally cool, or I've offended you. And if I have, I'm really sorry. It wasn't in my intention. 99.9% when I send this message, they respond. And I'm just filtering. And if they say, no, it's not for me, great. I love no's. But then most of the time they say, I just got too busy, I got caught up with it. And I've been guilty of that. When you get a text message or a message and you can't get to it straight away. And sometimes because you get so many, you forgot about it. And then you can respond to them and the communication starts again. Okay, let's have a look at this one. People who are searching to connect with. Okay, so if you're looking through social media or LinkedIn, don't just send people friend requests. Tell them why you want to add them, why you want them to be part of your network. Otherwise, people get very defensive. It's like, oh, why does this person want to send me a friend request? And, they won't open it. So really, really important that you send them a little message by Messenger, even on LinkedIn. Send them a message. Say, hey, Tom, just reaching out to you as I saw a post of yours pop up on my news feed. Like, that might not even be true. Just say it anyway. And I thought it was great, so I thought it'd be cool to connect. Again, here's the question. How's things? All right? Again, you should always start looking for people in your local area. It's better for your business if you build there. You can support it easier and grow into neighbouring cities in time. Another great question to ask to find new people on LinkedIn and on Facebook is say, hey, Tom, I noticed we have a few mutual friends here on Facebook. It'd be great to connect. How's things? So these are some really simple steps that you can do. Fix up your profile page, make it attractive, build your brand. Who are you? Be passionate. Go through your friends. If you've got 4,000, 3,000 friends, go to their profile, start liking, start commenting, see how active they are, and go to Messenger, then ask the questions. Start asking them forward or Lord, try and find out what hurts them, what's their why, and ask them the question, just curious, Tom, would you like to look at some information on how to generate additional income without changing anything that you're doing? No worries. If not, I just thought I would ask. And remember, if they don't reply after a couple of days, send them this message and then straight away get them to a tool. Where is that? Make sure you get them to a Zoom, Skype, either three-way call, 3K Messenger, whatever it may be. Take it offline as soon as you can so they can feel your energy. Maybe have a three-way with your expert, your upline or crossline, someone who may want to work with you. Sit with them and go from there. So I hope those little tips all helped. There's so much information that you can do on Facebook and LinkedIn, but I thought I'd just keep it brief and maybe we could just open up to a couple of questions, Cindy.
Perfect, Lorraine. Normally we would stop the recording right now, and then we would open it up for a couple of questions if you're nice enough to stay around, if you're not booked solid with your life. If it's all right with you, is it okay if I post your slides on the Atomic Wellness site? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. So we'll do that in case I know it's a lot if you haven't taken screenshots and what have you. So if you have a question for Lorraine, it sounds like she's going to stick around for a couple minutes. So if you really want to nail what she's talking about and get really good at this part of your network marketing career, go ahead and unmute yourself in the lower left-hand corner and shoot a question to Lorraine.
Hey, Lorraine, it's Peg.
Hey, Peg, how you going?
Hey, It's good. It's good. I love to follow you. Your pages are so fantastic with your girls and all the activities they're doing. My question, yeah, absolutely. I enjoy them. My question is, you're using the word locking. Are you saying locking like LOCKING? Locking in?
Locking in. Locking a time. Is that right?
Yeah. What is that? What are you referring to?
Locking a time. So I want to make, I was like, I'm going to lock in 15 minutes tomorrow or a time that suits you. What that means is I'm going to try and tell you, Peg, I'm flat out, but I'm going to make 15 minutes tomorrow. I'm going to make it work. It shows you that I'm interested, I'm keen, that I'm busy, but I'm happy to help you out. I've got 15 minutes. It's almost like I'm taking it away from them. I'm not desperate. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. It's filtering. Next person, next person, next person. So I try and do these sort of messages and connecting to at least 10 to 15 people a day. I mean, I have pages of people that I've got to follow up with, that have said no, that have said yes, got links out here, links here. And if you want to start a business in a different country, like the Philippines and Malaysia, start talking to people in Malaysian groups on Facebook or on LinkedIn and things like just say, hey, I'm a cellular health specialist. I'm trying to expand my business in Malaysia. I thought I'd reach out and connect. How's 2019 for you?
Yeah, these are great. They're great tips, Lorraine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Another question?
Hi. Yeah, Lorraine, can you hear me? Hi, Lorraine. This is Tatiana. I'm from David's team. So the question would be how do you deal with people that are already in other MLM companies and they're coming to you? Because I'm getting a lot of them and I'm like, it's like, it doesn't hurt to share with them, but then I'm wondering, out of respect, they're already in the profession. Why would I, tell me how you
Okay, rule number 1,
please.
2. I don't try and poach other network marketers. Okay, that's one
right,
rule
yes.
number 1. I just think, I do have network marketers in my as friends, but they're professionals. I learn from them. We actually help each other. It's like a mastermind group, all right? Mm-hmm. If you send me a friend request and I'll have a look, I'm going to check out where you're from. And that's why I said it's really important, your profile page. If they've got other companies blasted all over it, I just won't accept their friendship. Does that make sense?
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I'm like, I just feel like it's unethical. I don't want to definitely can't prospect them for business. Yeah. But okay, they should know about the company. But it's like this back and forth mental thing. I appreciate your thoughts. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Lorraine, what do you use to track all your people? Because obviously you're messaging a ton of people. Do you have a certain way that you track them?
I see a connector who was called Jeannie. I love putting in there. She sends me reminders who to follow up with. And let me just go and get my sheet of paper. Hold on one sec. I'll show you what I've got. Can you see that? Okay. Can you hear me?
Can you show that again, please?
I'll send a sheet to Cindy so she's got it. So basically it's got on there the name, accepted friend request, replied, as in replied to my message, like I'd love to connect with you. I saw a post of yours on Facebook, which I loved, and they've responded to that. And then that conversation is happening back and forth about what they're doing, how are you, whatnot. Ask the question. Ask the question is just curious. Are you open to? Review tool, followed up, interested now or no? Yes. And I have hundreds of these pages lying around. And you can see the red? No, and all these little notes on there. So that's what I do. And then I put things in my calendar and Jeannie to remind me to follow up with Tom, follow up with Cindy, Zoom today, 3-way call.
And let me just make a quick note here. What Lorraine's doing, you might have heard Tyler Norton do a training, and he talks about steak. And he talks about if you're going to have a steak on Friday night, you just can't wait for that steak, and that's all you're thinking about and whatever. But if you have steak for breakfast Monday, steak for lunch, on Monday, steak for dinner Monday, and then steak all 3 meals on Tuesday, and steak all 3 meals on Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all of a sudden you don't really care about steak. You have steak, great. You don't have steak, no problem. And so when you have a million names like Lorraine has, you're not going to hurt her feelings if you say, I'm not interested, because she's got a million other names. If you have a name list of 3 people, all of a sudden it's like steak, and it's only steak on Friday night. Yeah. So, give yourself lots of options, and, God can't steer a parked car. So just, go out there, put your name out there, and, let the serendipity, let the magic start to happen. Wouldn't you?
That's right. And LinkedIn's great because I get so many friend requests from LinkedIn. I mean, from people who are cardiologists, podiatrists, and health and wellness. And when they approach me, it's great. Love to connect with you. Here we go. Come on into my web. It's fun, right? It's the hunt and the chase. And a really good point, which I also say, the best time to ask the question, just curious, are you interested, is Mondays. Mondays is the best. Friday's not too good because people are thinking about the weekend and sort of switched off mentally. And then Saturday, Sunday, they're thinking about going back to work. Don't want to go back to work. Monday comes, just curious. If I could show you another way to generate income without changing the thing that you're doing, are you interested? I am. I hate my job where I am right now. When can we have a conversation? Perfect.
Love it. Lorraine, it's so interesting because I was speaking to Beth Dayton's husband, Lenny, and he does, what does he do? Financial planning or insurance or something like that. And he said just the opposite. He said Friday is the best day to call people because Friday people are kind of slacking. They're getting ready for the weekend and they're usually hanging around the office, getting out of there as quickly as they can. So I don't know. Yep. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Yeah.
Why don't we take one more and then we'll call it a day. So one more and then we'll call it out.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
Question. Okay.
Yeah, that's the question.
Question, just real quick. How do you find the people that are in your area? You mentioned to stay in your home area. How do you do that on social media? I'm not real sure.
If you go onto Facebook and you go to events, right?
Okay.
There's a place there, and you go to events in your local area. It's going to show you all different events in the local area.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it might be on, let's do an event on health and wellness or prevention, and maybe anything to do with that area. And you're going to see all the people that have been invited, and you'll see all the people that have said they're interested. Okay. You go to their Facebook page, you have a look at their profile, you like who they are, and you send them a friend request.
Great. Thank you so much.
There's lots of little tricky ways to get around it.
Perfect. Fantastic. Well, Lorraine, listen, I know that you're a very busy girl. You got a big schedule today. I'm sure you have a lot planned with your girls as well as your own workout and your own life. So we're going to let you go. But thank you so much for all your wisdom and all your insight. And we will definitely leverage your information. We will post your slides on the Atomic Wellness Facebook page. So thank you so much for joining us. And if I was the host, I'd unmute everybody and let everybody thank you, but I can't unmute everybody. So you're going to have to unmute yourselves. Thank you so much, Lorraine.
Thank you.